everybody, and today you join me, which is hopefully going to be the last video that includes the 940 saloon that we bought a few months ago as a project to fix and sell. We are in the final stages of getting the car ready to be gone, and we have had a few mishaps, shall we say, along the way. And I say a few, quite a lot. I don't think anything on it has been straightforward. The brakes were a nightmare. It has literally been one thing after another. I lost my rag with it the other night and I put the car up for sale before we'd actually finished it, just because I was like, I want the car gone. I realised that it probably wasn't a wise decision selling it when we could get a lot more for it, providing that we just persevere and get these final little bits done. Now, as the title suggests, we did have quite a unfortunate event which occurred with the car, and this happened while I was away. That thing was, the car got seized by the police. Not the DVLA, not the council, the actual police. Not what you want. The same a few weeks before Christmas, when you spent the last 3 months on furlough, which is not the before furlough where we was getting a nice 100% wage, it's the 80% furlough. So, not ideal. I was actually in the lakes and I get a phone call from my mum and she's like, you're not going to believe this. Immediately I thought that Milo had just done something stupid. And I was like, what's he done? And she went, no, your car's been towed away. I was like, what? Which one, for starters? And she was like, the saloon, the blue one. And I was like, I knew exactly why straight away. So basically, obviously, because we've not been using the car, we've just been fixing it. Obviously, it's ran out of MOT, we've not taxed it, and it's not insured. It's just sat on a sawn. So the car's actually been at my sister's for the past few weeks, just sat on the drive. Now, my sister's just moved house, so she's not actually been living there. So it was the perfect place to keep the car while, you know, she'd not moved there yet. It was just sat on the drive, not really doing anything. My sister then moved in and she was having all her furniture delivered, so we had the car moved off the drive and onto the road, which I hold my hands up, you shouldn't do. And this is why I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's not fair, because it's completely my own fault. But the car was on the road for a few hours, it got parked over the road and somebody reported it. The police turned up and they got it recovered, and my sister literally said to them, like, don't take it away, I can literally move it back onto the drive now. And he was like, too late for that, ducky, it's going. So we tried to defuse the situation. Not gonna lie, the police were sounding like they were about it. Like, I understand, this is what I'm gonna say, I understand that it's one of those things where it is my own fault, and I take full responsibility that it is my own fault. I hold my hands up and I'm not gonna sit here and say that it shouldn't have happened, because realistically, yeah, the car shouldn't have been on the road. But when you think about it, like, it was on the road for a few hours. It could have literally been moved back onto the drive there and then. It's like 2 weeks before Christmas. Everybody's been on furlough. Everybody's been having the shittest year ever. Like, do they not have anything better to do than to tow away a car that didn't... Yes, it needed to be towed away because it shouldn't have been on the road, but it could have been diffused there and then. My sister could have literally just put the car back on the drive, the police could have drove away merry and happy, and things would have been fine. But no, they took it. They didn't tell my sister where it was going. They literally said, if she wants it back, it's in Uthwaite, which is near me. It's in Mansfield, which is near me, and that's all they said. They don't tell you who you need to ring. They don't tell you anything. So they just take it, and then you're just there like, oh. So then who did I ring? I rang, not City Council, I rang 101 first, which is like the non-emergency police line. She was like, oh, you need to ring the City Council. So I was like, fucking hell. And she was like, oh, yeah, no, we haven't got it. And I was like, all right, brilliant. She said, you need to ring the police again. So I was like, sake. So I rang the police again. The police were like, oh, it could have been the DVLA. So I'm like, right, well, who do I ring if it's the DVLA? She's like, oh, you'll get a letter. And I'm like, I don't want a letter, because if it's going to be another 3 days, a letter, the more that every day that your car's in the impound, it costs you a lot. So I was like, right. And then she said, oh, it could have been police. And I'm like, right, well, can we find out? And she was like, right, I'll have a look. And she asked me the reg, told her, and she was like, yeah, I've not got any records of your car being towed away or anything. And I was like, right. And I was like, so what does that mean? She's like, could have been anyone that took it. I went, so you say my car could have been stolen? She was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, fantastic, great help, cheers. She was like, oh, it might just need the system to be updated. And I'm like, right, well, you know, can we not just find out where this pissing car is? So then I rings my mum and I'm like, Mum, where did they say they were taking this car? She said, all they said was Huffweight. So I rang the police back again. I said, right, I've been told that the police have taken my car and they've taken it to Huffweight. And she was like, oh, the only place it could have gone is this place. So I rings this place up. I'm like, hello, please tell me you've got my car. And then she goes, she asked me the reg. I said, K304XFF. And she's like, what car is it? I'm like, a Volvo. It's a big old Volvo, you'll know what it is. And then she was like, oh no, we've not got that in. She says, we've got a blue Volvo 940 on K301XFF. I'm like, right, well I'm guessing that's that then. So bear in mind, they took my car, right, and then couldn't even be asked to write the reg down correct. Bear in mind, it's on the front of the car. They couldn't even be asked to do that. So it took me over an hour just to find where the car was. Over an hour. Man, this was on a Friday, so I was away. I couldn't collect the car. I'm the only person who can collect the car, so I couldn't go and get it Saturday. I could only go and get it Saturday morning. That was the earliest time I could get it. I couldn't do that because obviously I wasn't at home. The earliest I could get it was Monday. So it ended up costing us an extra £100 just to have the car in. And then because it was not taxed and MOT'd, for us to drive it away, we then had to pay a £160 fee on top of another £100. So £360 it cost just to be able to take the car home. £360 that could have been avoided if the police had just let us put the car back on the drive. Save so much time, so much hassle. And the best bit about it is they've actually broke the car while towing it. They've snapped a brake line. And then the guy at the impound was like, oh, your brakes aren't very good. I was like, well, that's weird because they've literally just been done. And he was like, yeah, you've got no pads left. I went, well, I haven't. I've literally just done brand new pads and discs. And he immediately thought, because I was a girl, I was an idiot. And I was like, no, I've literally just put brand new pads and discs on it myself. So I think I know that there's definitely pads on it. And oh, there's something wrong with it then. I was like, yes, you snapped a brake line. Thank you. That's enough of me moaning. Like I said, it's my own fault. So I'm just here to tell a story. I'm not here to cry sympathy. Just here for you to laugh at my own misfortune of my own stupidity. So moral of the story is tax and insure your cars. And if you aren't, don't ever put them on the road because you've probably got a dickhead neighbour that will report you. We're on our way to the car now. We're on the final stages of fixing it. So yesterday we fixed the brake line that snapped. We've just put a new one on and that's working fine. And what else did we do? Oh, we finished undersealing the underside. We've put 2 new tyres on. So it's got 4 good tyres all the way around. The car's running fine, still runs perfect, and all we've got left to do is we just need to bleed the brakes because obviously where we put the new brake line on there is air in the line, so the brake pedal does go spongy every now and again. So we're going to bleed the brakes today and then she's pretty much done. She's all the way in Derby, which is annoying, but who cares, she's off the road and we've not got no dickhead neighbours to report to us. Hey. Ooh. She's caused us so much aggro, but she still looks so pretty. Here she is, a silly cow. Quite smells nice in here, but everything in here is fan-dabby-dozy. Looks like it's going to absolutely piss it down, which is fantastic because I'm on the inside job. I get the brake pedal job. I just got to push the brake pedal when I'm told to push the brake pedal. Happy days, can't get shot at that. Simple as that. We are apparently doing about 46 miles an hour. Which is good.
Spilling it everywhere.
Oh shit, bollocks. See at the top, there's all the old brake fluid that's come out. We've got rid of loads of air out the line and obviously the old brake fluid was coming out, so that's good.
That feel alright?
Yeah, it feels spiffing. So this is the side that's had the new brake line because this was the one that the Rozzers very kindly split. So that's had a new brake line on there. Granted it was in not the best condition you've ever seen, but yeah, that side was the crusty one, which was disintegrated. It snapped off there and it was basically pissing brake fluid out all over here. I had to drive it half an hour with literally no brakes. It was horrific. It was the worst half an hour of my life. Right, tell me when to pump it, sister.
Yep. Push. Off. Right, ready?
Yep.
Push.
Damn, baby. I'm on test drive duty, and DVLA, all the police, if you're watching this, I'm on private land, so suck your mum. Whoa, Jesus Christ, they feel good. Yeah, brakes work. Brakes are fixed, guys. Yesterday, they would go stiff and then they would go really soft. Obviously because there wasn't air in the line where the line had split. Now, it feels pretty fantastic. Feels really nice. Considering that the last time I did drive this car, I thought I was gonna die. I'm happy with that. This doesn't work, but that's okay. Good luck, you little slag. Jump cut, she failed. Oh no, but this clip does have a happy ending. Now, let me just get the MOT history up. Big fat fail. No, she failed over minor things, to be fair, so I'll explain. So the major defects were the anti-lock brake system warning lamp does not illuminate. The anti-lock brake, I don't know if you can remember on the video that I bought a car, it had a bit of tape over the ABS light, and it was dead, like, it was a bit dodgy, to be fair. Sometimes it'd be on, sometimes it wouldn't. The ABS basically just had, there was a wire on there which was a bit knackered, so that's been fixed, so now the ABS light is not on and the ABS works fine, so that's been fixed, that's fine. The near side front service brake excessively binding and the near side front brake hose excessively twisted. So I think this is my fault, whoopsies. When I put the brake caliper back on, that was the side where we had the seized carrier, and I think I might have just twisted the brake hose a little bit. Oops, sorry. That's been taken off, twisted back round, put back on, so that's fixed. The parking brake lever has excessive movement, indicating incorrect adjustment. That's been adjusted, it now works perfectly. Offside front position lamp not working, that's been replaced. And the front exhaust has a major leak of exhaust gases. That was a gasket that needed replacing on the exhaust, which has also been done, so that's been changed, got a brand new gasket on it. And then just minor defects is the offside registration plate lamp is not very bright, and the near side rear inner suspension component mounting prescribed areas corroded but not considered excessive. That's what was wrong. It's all been fixed now, as you can see. Is it going to focus? We got a pass. It passed today, so on the 24th, Christmas Eve. It's a Christmas miracle. They actually passed their MOT. We've just still got the advisories, which is the registration plate lamp, and then obviously that little bit of corrosion underneath, which, like I said, not excessive, not a problem. She did actually pass in the end. It just took a little bit of work. Literally just took fixing a bit of wiring on the ABS, the new gasket on the exhaust, and then just pissing about, tightening the handbrake up and things like that. So it's not been too bad. It's all fixed now. We didn't actually do the work, we just paid the guy who we took took it to do with the MOT. We knew who he was, so we just paid him to do it. It didn't cost us that much, so it's all sorted now, which is great, and it's exactly what we wanted. So now the car's finished, ready just before Christmas, which is good. We probably will hang on to the car a little bit now. Now I know I did actually put the car up for sale a few days ago. That was purely out of temper from the police taking the car, but it's fine. It's fixed now, it's got 12 months MOT, it's taxed and everything, so the car's no longer a worry. We're probably going to sit on it for a couple of months. Well, I've been toying with the idea of doing like a little, you know, like a review video on it, so you can actually properly see what it's like now compared to what it was like before, and then we will put her up for sale. So yeah, it's been emotional, it's been stressful, so stressful, but it is done with, it's over with, thank God. Would I do it again? Yes. But I would only do it again if I had the unit space for it. So I do actually want a unit next year, which I explained in my last video. I would do it 100% again if I had a unit, but until then, no, I'm not doing it again, because I am not paying money to get the car out. Which actually, we went to the impound today, and because the car has been taxed and MOT'd, we could get some of our money back. So we actually got £160 back. Which was an something fee. It was a fee which basically allowed us to drive the car from the impound back home. If we got the car taxed and MOT in 14 days, we could get that money back. So we got the money back today, so we're £160 up. The car's MOT'd, everything's been fixed, so it's pretty much perfect now. It's literally ready for somebody to just pay for, drive away, enjoy it, and we got some money back off the police nabbing our car, which, like I said at the start of the video, I'm not moaning, saying the police shouldn't have taken my car. Like, I 100% understand it is my own responsibility that car should have been taxed and MOT'd. It shouldn't have been on the road and on a sun, which, yes, I understand. I respect that the police have a job to do and they did their job, which is, I can't moan at that, but it was just so frustrating when the car could have been moved. But I'm not going to think about it again, otherwise I'm just going to get angry. So, yeah, we got the car back, we got some money back, it's MOT'd, and it's ready for you to buy it. So, after Santa comes, you better buy this car. I'm watching you.